Jail guard is in serious trouble. He's accused of letting a drunk woman out of her cell, taking her for a ride and raping her. News 13's Jim Winchester is in the Newsplex with details.
And Diane, Española's police chief says that corrections officer Joey Montana abused his power, broke the law, and damaged the trust of the public with his actions last weekend.
He had power and control over her because she was confined here.
21-year-old Joey Montoya, just months into the job, was one of two officers working the overnight shift at Española's detention center Friday night when a 20-year-old woman was brought in to sober up. The woman told police early Saturday morning while behind bars, Officer Montoya offered her a ride home, and she accepted. Montoya, still on duty, did not have the authority to release the woman. It's also strictly forbidden for a jail guard to drive an inmate home.
Took a female inmate out of the jail, gave her a ride home, and during the ride home he had sex with her, dropped her off, and then came back to work to finish up his shift.
Police say Montoya raped the inmate in his personal truck in the desert on the outskirts of the city. According to the criminal complaint, while he was dropping the woman off at her home, he told her not to say anything because he would get into a lot of trouble. But the woman did tell her mother, who immediately called police. Montoya was arrested later on Saturday. The director of Española's detention center was shocked to hear of the allegations.
Pretty severe. I mean, it's a big upset to the staff, to myself, to the city. It's not something that we want to be having to deal with at any time.
The detention center will now review their overnight staffing policies to keep a better eye on the inmates and the staff. Española's police chief says the incident is not only damaging to the victim, but to the community's trust in law enforcement.
It's obvious a letdown when you have someone who's entrusted with the caretaking of prisoners.
Now, authorities say that the second officer on duty with Montoya has also been placed on paid administrative leave. He is under investigation, but jail administrators will not say why. He has not been charged with anything. Diane, back to you.
Okay, Jim. Officer Montoya posted bail yesterday. News 13 stopped by his home today to try to get his side of the story. No one answered.